This is the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. We have assembled the world's finest sports and trivia dorks to prove once and for all that we are just as bad at this as we were at sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Sports trivia for those of us who rode the pine. I'm your host, Josh, and today's game will be pitting the Benchwarmer team of Eric Eade and Mason Guillat versus Benchwarmer David Lux and returning player Ethan Metzger. Welcome back to the bench, Ethan. Why don't you take a minute to remind us about yourself?
Yeah, hey guys. My name is Ethan, calling in from Seattle, Washington. Big fan of the Steelers, Sixers. Also got love for the Sonics and the Mariners. Bring them back. Other than that, I work in the outdoor industry, so I run like rock climbing programs for school groups. So I spend a lot of time, climbing, skiing, doing a lot of outdoor sports. So I'll follow a lot of athletes in those fields as well. And that's about it.
Wonderful. David, how are you doing? And let us know what your and Ethan's team name is going to be today.
I'm really good. This is my first time I've met Ethan. And since I am originally from the Northwest, I'm from Oregon. And Ethan, as he said, is from Seattle. We decided to go with a Northwest themed team name today, specifically a Seattle team name, a themed team name. So we're going to be called Threading the Space Needle.
I'll get it.
I'll draw you a diagram.
Okay. I figured if you can play dumb, I can play dumb too, David.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Let the abuse begin, and we haven't even gotten to the coin flip. Oh yeah, and I'm here to take my abuse. That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
So yes.
Mason, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yeah. Just while we're recording, it's a 3-day weekend for me. So I'm enjoyed that and some time to rest up before I get to see the children again. So yeah, that's it.
I remember those days. I don't miss them. And Eric, I know this hasn't been your greatest of days, but aside from that, how are you? And what is your and Mason's team name going to be?
I'm fine. That's it. No, I'm on a 3-day weekend too, but I'm hoping for 4 because we're about to get 22 inches of snow apparently starting now. It actually just started snowing. So fingers crossed, because whenever it snows super bad in Buffalo, it takes the city like 2 days to dig out. So I'm hoping enough snow tomorrow means I'm off also on Tuesday. So, and anyway, so yeah, Josh hinted that my day has not been going well. So I'm not going to, point out who this team name is directed at, but our team name today is hashtag one of us hates our lives.
Who knows?
Could be Mason. He's a teacher.
Thanks for rubbing it in. Yeah.
I'm a school nurse. All right. It's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
You both have to deal with kids.
My stomach hurts. Shut up.
Well, with that, let's kick it over to Dan in Hawaii for the rules.
We'll be starting off with the coin flip question to warm up the teams. This will be followed by 4 quarters of play, each with a different trivia style. The styles of quarters 1 through 3 will change from show to show, and I will explain them as we go along. Like any good sporting event, we will have a halftime show after the second quarter with entertainment questions pertaining to sports. And in the fourth quarter, our teams will wager from their points accumulated to see your today's clipboard captains to be honored like the true benchwarmers they are. All right, let's get this game underway.
All right, it is time for the coin flip, a 50-50 warm-up question worth 10 points. And since Ethan is our guest, threading the space needle, this question will be for you guys. The coin flip question is, who scored more touchdowns for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Jerome Bettis or Antonio Brown?
All right, Ethan, I'm going to big time defer to you. So what's your sense of where you put these guys? I mean, Bettis had to have been close to 100 touchdowns, but I don't know if he got there.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that I know Antonio Brown's less than 100, but just barely. I'm trying to think how long Bettis was with the Rams and how many of those touchdowns might have been with them.
Oh, that's a good point. Because I've seen this list, but I don't think it would have been broken down by team. So
right. Well, I feel like Jerome Bettis would have scored more touchdowns with the Rams than Antonio Brown has with other teams. So I think we should go with Antonio Brown.
You do? Okay. Go for it.
All right, we're gonna check in with Antonio Brown.
All right. Well, Antonio Brown has scored 70. He scored for them 74 receiving touchdowns. He had 4 punt return touchdowns and 1 kick return touchdown for a total of 79 touchdowns. Bettis scored 78 rushing touchdowns and 2 receiving touchdowns for a total of 80. So the correct answer was Jerome Bettis.
Bummer.
So hashtag one of us hates our lives. By doing nothing, you get 10 points.
Jason, is that math right? Check his math.
See, carry the 1. Yeah,
All right.
10 sounds right to me.
I didn't like that he was talking about Antonio Brown in the past tense with the Steelers. I'm just assuming he's coming back.
Well, I mean, he could. He currently is not. I don't think he's not on the field, is he?
He might be in the middle of this game. He'll just randomly pop up.
Just run in
No
without a
shirt.
shirt on, and then they'll give him one on the sideline. Yeah, okay. All right. So heading into the first quarter, hashtag one of us hates our lives has a commanding lead of 10-0 over Threading the Space Needle.
Before we get to the first quarter, we wanted to let you know that we are on Patreon if you'd be interested in supporting us financially. Your contributions will be used to help us cover the costs that it takes to bring you the high-quality sports trivia you have come to expect from us. There's also some great perks that come with the Patreon membership to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast, including bonus episodes and Benchwarmers swag. You can find us at patreon.com/benchwarmerstp. Thanks.
Today's first quarter will be 5-on-3.
Five on 3. For this quarter, there will be 3 categorized lists containing 5 items, where each item is worth 10 points. The teams will attempt to guess as many items as they can. However, if a team has an incorrect guess, they will receive 0 points for that list.
All right, so list number 1 for our 5-on-3. I want you to tell me the WNBA players with the most career 3-point field goals made.
Oh, great. I get to eat with this question. That's going to be so much help now.
Wow. Really? Really, Bombeck?
I mean, I wasn't anticipating you having such a not good day to have this be the first one out the gate.
Let me channel my inner Scott. Names I remember him saying out loud.
Yeah, the strategy on this is tough because there's playing this game for mortals, and then there's playing this game against me. So,
All right, I don't think I'm going to get anybody else there, Mason. So if you're good,
Okay.
we will check in.
All right, Threading the Space Needle is checked in. So hashtag one of us hates our lives. You guys can talk it out.
I mean, we're about to check in too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we have much to talk about anyway.
So here we'll go with. I know the top 3 are going to be Tarazi Bird and Katie Smith, and then I took a shot in the dark with Tina Thompson.
Yeah, and then I don't think we're gonna get the last one.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
Yeah.
that. So we'll check in with those 4.
Okay, and Threading the Space Needle, what did you guys have for an answer?
Yeah, so we agreed with Taurasi, Smith, Bird. The one I wasn't sure on was Thompson, but we also checked in with Thompson and then checked in with Hammond. So Taurasi, Smith, Bird, Hammond, and Thompson.
Both teams will be getting points. Number 1 is Diana Taurasi with 1,205 3-pointers made. Number 2, Sue Bird, 945. Number 3, Katie Smith, 906. Number 4, Becky Hammond, 829. And number 5, Tina Thompson, 748.
I didn't realize Hammond was top 5 on that. I wouldn't have thought that.
So well done, both teams. List number 2 in 5-on-3. The 5 Oklahoma Sooners who were selected first overall in NFL drafts.
No, we can check in.
Okay. Yeah, if we go, that's fine. Yeah, we'll check in.
All right. Hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. So Threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out.
All right. So immediately Ethan sent me Murray and Mayfield, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray, and I went old school as I always do first, and I'm pretty sure that Leroy Selman went to Oklahoma, and I think he was a number one pick by the Bucks. Pretty sure that Billy Sims was number one. I know he went to Oklahoma after he won the Heisman. I think he was number one.
I think that makes sense.
That and he would those guys would have been late 70s. Maybe Billy Sims was 80, 81, somewhere in there. No, it could have been 81 because I was Charles White. So 80, let's call it.
Okay.
So we have this huge gap in between. So I'm just trying to think of who we're overlooking.
Is that Sam Bradford?
Oh yeah, Sam Bradford. He was definitely number one overall.
Cool.
Okay,
Yep.
so that would be Leroy Selman. So Selman, Sims, Bradford, Murray, and Mayfield in some order. Yeah, Murray would have been 19. Yeah, are you all right with those five?
Yep. Yeah, let's check it in.
All right, we'll check it in.
All right. And hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you guys have?
Yeah, came up pretty quickly. I had Mayfield Murray right away. Then Eid sent Bradford. The name that randomly popped in my head was Leroy Selman, and I didn't question it when Eid sent the same thing over. And then we had Sims as the last one. So we checked in with the same exact five.
Both teams will be getting their points. Yep, Murray most recently, 2019 to the Cardinals. Mayfield, 2018 to the Browns. Bradford, 2010 to the Rams. Billy Sims, 1980 to the Lions, and Selman, 1976 to the Bucks. Notre Dame and USC have also had 5 first overall draft picks. All right, moving on to the last list for 5-on-3. I would like you to identify the most recent winners of the Men's Naismith College Player of the Year Award from Duke University.
All right, we're going to check in.
Okay, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle. You guys can talk it out.
Well, we have a bunch of names. We're just trying to think if we've forgotten anybody, right? So I mean, Zion is obviously most recently, and then going back some ways, pretty sure Reddick won.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that he did win.
Right, and Elton Brand won, would have been in the very late 90s.
Yeah, no, I think Brand was 99.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then in the early 2000s, I remember Who's Your Daddy, Battier, as the Cameron Crazies used to chat him.
So yeah, I agree with you on that.
And Jason Williams, later Jay Williams, won. I'm just trying to think if there was because that would be a gap between the Shane Battier, Jason Williams up to Reddick, and I can't think of anybody. I know Tyler Hansborough won in that time, but obviously that's UNC.
What year would have Reddick been?
Reddick would have been 05, 06, 07, something in there.
Okay. Because then you've got Brand, Battier, and Williams all pretty close together.
Yeah, they were like 3 out of 4 years.
Yeah,
they were clustered.
Yeah, and then I'm just trying to think if there was anybody between Reddick and Williamson, but I'm drawing blanks. I can't think of anything. So
I was just going to say I'm just trying to make myself feel better about this, but I can tell you that Duke entered a period where, and they're still in it now, where they started competing with Kentucky for the very best recruits in the country, and then a lot of them were one and dones. So a lot of them didn't stick around to win. So like Battier stayed for all 4 years. Jay Williams, I think maybe 2 years, maybe. I mean, but a lot of these guys don't. Reddick stuck around. Grayson Allen didn't win. He was all-time hated Dookie except for Christian Laettner. I like those 5. I'm just afraid that, I mean, if we wanted to hedge bets, we could drop Brand off the list and then we would save room for somebody we forgot, or we could go bold. It's really up to you.
I could go either way. I just can't think if there's like anybody in between those gaps. So I think if we drop Brand and just go with the other 4.
All right.
Be good with that.
Okay, cool. Then we're going to check in with Shane Battier, Jason, later Jay Williams, Reddick, and Zion Williamson.
Okay, and hashtag. What do you guys have for answers?
I've seen this list 805 times since we started doing this podcast. So we have Zion, Reddick, Jason Williams, Shane Battier, and Elton Brand.
Both teams will be receiving points. Those are the correct 5. So there was nobody between 06 and 2019, and chasing the one and dones. Obviously Zion was a one and done, but he was so dominant his freshman year. They've had 3 others One was, I heard his name mentioned because he's the most hated Dookie ever, Christian Leitner in 92.
Danny Ferry was one of them.
Danny
Yeah.
Ferry in 89. And in 1986, Johnny Dawkins. All right. After the first quarter, we have the following scores. Threading the Space Needle is at 140. And hashtag One of Us Hates Our Lives is just a little bit ahead at 150. And today's second quarter will be David versus Goliath. David v. Goliath.
David versus Goliath. This quarter will consist of 3 pairs of questions, one easier, David, and one harder, Goliath. After hearing both questions, the teams will pick one of the 2 questions to answer, either David or Goliath. Each David question is worth 25 points, and each Goliath question is worth 50 points.
This quarter was submitted by assistant coach Mark Grenier.
Oh, Christ.
All you have to do is name the state where the college/university is located.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Question 1, David. Davidson College. Question 1, Goliath. Bellarmine University.
We're going to check in.
Okay, Threading the Space Needle's checked in. So hashtag One of Us Hates Our Lives. You guys can talk it out.
All right, so your thought was California, but I'm like on the other end of the map.
My only the reason why I jumped on it so quickly, I know there's a Bellarmine High School in California. I don't know where it's located. I know that for a fact. And so that's why when I heard that name, that was the first connection I had. But if you have a strong feeling about that, I'm willing to defer because that's the only thing I'm attached to with that. That's the only connection I have.
I want to say it's a Bellarmine is it's a Roman Catholic name, so you could see it pretty much anywhere in the country.
Okay. I just that's the only, like I said, that was the only connection I have with the name. So if you
vaguely remember like a Division II championship.
Okay.
For them.
Yeah, that's fine.
So my gut was Kentucky, and I think it's like in the Louisville area, but
okay.
Either that or we go with Davidson.
Like I said, that was the only thing I had for it. So if you are feeling strongly on that, then we can take a chance on it. Cause I that's it. That's all I had on it. I just knew the school. That was it.
I'm probably 80%. So I'm going to say, we'll check in with Bellarmine is in Kentucky.
And Threading the Space Needle. What did you guys have?
Yeah, we also checked in with the Goliath with an answer of Kentucky.
Well, let's talk about the David first. Davidson College is located in North Carolina, and it is Steph Curry's alma mater. Bellarmine University is, in fact, located in Kentucky, in the Louisville area. They play in the Atlantic Sun and transitioned from D2 to D1 starting in the 2020-2021 season. So well done, both teams. Moving on to question 2. David, College of Holy Cross. Question 2, Goliath, Morgan State University.
Mason, we can check in.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, I'm sending it to you.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we'll just get okay.
Sorry.
You guys checked in?
Yeah.
I don't even know which one that's for, but okay, sure. Let's go.
Not for Holy Cross.
All right.
I've never seen Rudy, I guess.
All right, so, you guys are checked in. Yes,
we're checked.
All right. Hashtag One of Us Hates Their Lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle. You guys can talk it out.
Yeah, so Holy Cross, of course, is Massachusetts. That's Bob Cousy's alma mater, as Mason well knows, since he recently wrote a question about that. And I'm 90% sure that Morgan State is in the Baltimore metro area. So I think the answer would be Maryland.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Okay, we'll check in with Maryland for the Goliath, sorry.
Okay, and hashtag One of Us Hates Our Lives. What do you guys have?
Anytime I go visit my aunt in Virginia, we go to Baltimore. I see signs for this college all the time. It's Maryland.
All right, we'll start with the David again. College of Holy Cross is, in fact, in Massachusetts. And as Mark So finally put in the flavor text, it is located in the center of beautiful scenic Worcester. See, look, I can say that one correct, even though it doesn't look like that.
Then pronounce it correctly.
That is how you
We
pronounce
use all
it.
the letters.
No, so you would say Worcester.
Esther. Yeah.
Worcestershire
There's
sauce.
no H, there's no ch. So you would say Worcester.
Sure, why not?
No. Anywho,
Also, I sent this to Eid. I think there's a Holy Cross in New Orleans, although I don't know if it might be named something different, but I might be thinking of something else, but I think there might be like it might be not College of Holy Cross, it might be something else.
Well,
but
there's and to the one in Rudy. Isn't that where Rudy went when he was trying to get into Notre Dame? No, I got nothing.
who cares about Rudy? Nobody.
Yeah,
It's a factually accurate movie.
Oh, geez, it is not. But hey, let's move on to the Goliath of Morgan State. You guys are both correct. It is in the Baltimore, Maryland area. It is in Maryland, and they compete in the MEAC. So both teams will be receiving 50 points for that one. Moving on to question 3 in David v. Goliath. Question 3, David, Hofstra University. Question 3, Goliath, Dixie State University.
You go with it?
I agree.
All right, we'll check in.
All right, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out.
So, David, a university is a place you go to school. I don't know if you had a follow-up question for Josh or not. Sorry.
Look at beeped off when I curse him back. I can't even remember what the David is anymore. That's how focused I am on the Goliath. So now I have to actually ask, what was the David, just so I know? What was the David? Oh, Hofstra. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. So what do you have an inkling on either one of these? Because I'm
pretty sure a couple guys from my high school went to play baseball at Dixie State. And I'm almost positive it's in Utah.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. I remember hearing this a long time ago, and it stuck with me because it sounds like it should be somewhere down here in the South, but it is not. Right. But I'm pretty sure you're right. I think Utah sounds right. You want to check that in?
Yeah, let's check in with Utah.
Utah for our Goliath.
Okay, and hashtag, what do you guys have?
Yeah, I remember when I heard this school, I was like, this is not in the South. And I take slight issue with David saying he's in the South. He's barely in the South, in North Carolina. So I'm in the South,
fair enough.
Yeah, not too far from the Gulf of Mexico. South,
Mason, I'm gonna let you pull. Yeah. I'm gonna let you pull rank on this one, Mason. I'm happy.
Yeah. Here's how you determine if it's in the South or not. Is there anything open on Sunday?
David, there's stuff open on Sunday.
Is there
here? Yeah.
No, but I mean a lot of things close on Sunday in the South.
You mean like Chick-fil-A? Because I know that.
Yeah, I was about to say
well, that's one of them. Hobby Lobby, places like that. Yeah,
that's about it.
I see.
Not really.
I was led to believe that most places shut down on Sunday.
No, I don't think blue laws exist much anymore. No. But yeah. Anyway, besides that, we'll get back on the actual question.
Right.
Yeah, I remember right away it was Utah, and Eid agreed, and so that's good enough for me. So we checked in with Utah for Goliath.
All right, both teams 3 for 3 on Goliath. The correct answer. We'll start with Hofstra. Is in
New York.
It is in New York.
Yes.
It is located on Long Island.
On Long Island.
In the Colonial Athletic. And no surprise, you are correct that Dixie State University is in Utah. And as Mark says, seriously, Utah? Yep, they play in the WAC. And similar to Bellarmine, they began transition to D1 in the 2020-21 season. So thank you, Mark, for writing that round. Really appreciate that. And after the second quarter, we have scores of Threading the Space Needle with 290 and hashtag One of Us Hates Our Lives with 300. And that brings us to halftime.
It is now time for the halftime show. There will be 3 entertainment questions pertaining to sports, with each question worth 25 points.
Question 1. What 4-time World Series champion and classically trained guitarist has released 2 albums, The Journey Within in 2003 and moving forward in 2009.
We can check in.
Okay, threading the Space Needle is checked in. So hashtag one of us hates our lives. You guys can talk it out.
Pretty sure that's Bernie Williams.
Okay, I'm hoping this is the question Josh said I wouldn't get because I had never heard of this. But sure, yeah, that's fine.
Isn't he like jazz? It's like weird jazz music.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
I've not heard this.
Yeah, we're gonna check it with Bernie Williams.
Okay, and threading the Space Needle. What do you guys have?
Yeah, it is Bernie Williams. He's one of the few Yankees that I have trouble hating. Maybe because he's a classically trained guitarist, but yes, I like Bernie Williams.
Yes, both teams will be receiving points. Correct answer is Bernie Williams. And Williams received his Bachelor of Music from the Manhattan School of Music in 2016. Moving on to question 2. What actor portrayed Shoeless Joe Jackson in the movie 8 Men Out? He may be better known for his time spent on the ice in another sports movie.
Sports. I wasn't looking at you when you read this. Did you use air quotes? Because sports movie.
What? I don't want to pay Josh $5, but I don't know who that is.
Oh, no one does. The only reason I know who they is because never mind.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you could have made up that name and I would have been fine with it. So yeah, sure. Go with it. Fine. Josh said I could get 2 out of 3. No.
You missed one of the 2 I thought you could get. I thought you would maybe gotten the Bernie Williams one. But...
I didn't know he played music, and I didn't realize he won 4 World Series. So I wouldn't have put him in that category. So there you go. But anyway, all righty, go ahead and check in for us.
Yeah, we're checked in. Unfortunately.
Hashtag one of us hates our lives and also hates me. Has checked in. So threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out.
Oh, I can picture his face. It's not Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta is the one who played him in Field of Dreams, which was Josh's favorite movie. So I know Josh would never ask a question about that. Let's see. John Cusack was Buck Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
David Strathairn, I can't remember to pronounce his name. He's in everything. He was Eddie somebody. Bill Irwin was one of them. Who played Shoeless Joe?
God.
Oh, here. Wait, hang on a second. I need to concentrate.
Oh, he just backdoored the Mind Palace again. Dan, you need to work on your security.
It's something Sweeney. I bet that we could get away with just checking in with Sweeney. I'm pretty sure it's Sweeney. I don't understand the ice reference. I think I'm missing something. Do you know what that means? I'm pretty sure his name is Sweeney.
Cool.
Let's check in with that.
Cool. I'll go with it.
Okay, cool. We'll check in. Sweeney.
All right. And hashtag, what did you guys have?
What'd you get, Mason?
Is this person related to Allison by any chance? That's otherwise I don't know who this is.
It's
nope.
Such a garbage trash of a. Why do people like it? I don't know. Like, it's so stupid. Anyway, my wife made me watch this crap of a crap ass movie. What was it? Cutting Edge. Apparently they made 2 of them. This bag of crap was in it. It was a DB Sweeney.
Both teams will be receiving points. The correct answer is DB Sweeney, and figure skating is a sport, whether you want to think it is or not. Ed. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that movie was not a sports movie.
It technically is a sports movie. This is not the first time it's been in a question because I have 2 words for you. Toe pick.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I knew what it was and couldn't name it because I'm from the South and those don't exist here.
But on a happier note, I liked 8 Men Out a lot, but I guess maybe I'm alone in that. It'd probably be too slow and boring for some people. I liked it.
I mean, it's better than Field of Dreams.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, geez.
All right, let's move on to question 3. What beloved actress starred in the first "You're Not You When You're Hungry" Snickers commercial during Super Bowl 44?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We're checked in.
Okay, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out.
Yep, we didn't need too much other time.
So we immediately texted each other Betty White. My only concern, I mean, I'm sure she was in one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's going after with what beloved actress, because that would be sort of Josh's style to ask a question about Betty White. But I'm just afraid she's not the first. But I can't remember anybody earlier. I mean, there were a lot of those commercials, right? I mean, or at least a handful.
I mean, this would have been Super Bowl 44. That's 2010, 2009, 2010. Yeah, I feel like I remember Betty White pretty distinctly in that commercial right around then. So
I'm pretty sure you're right. It was just giving me a little bit of pause as to whether she was the very first one, but it would make sense. All right, should we check in with Betty White?
Yeah, let's check in with Betty White.
Okay, checking in with Betty White.
All right, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What'd you guys have?
The only other person or female I could remember from these commercials was Roseanne. And I don't think she was beloved, so we checked in with Betty White.
Both teams will be getting points because yes, Betty White, absolutely beloved. Roseanne Barr, not so beloved. Much. And the Betty White commercial, she was playing football. Like I think the Roseanne Barr one was a different, like she was like on a lumber company type thing. Like it wasn't a sporting thing, I don't think. But anyway, Betty White, she will forever be an American treasure, along with Dick Weber.
Nice. And as we're recording this, we're right around when she would have turned 100, right? I think her birthday was right around now. I can't remember exactly.
I mean, it could be today, possibly.
I'm not sure.
Well, now I want to look it up. Give me a second here. Let's see. Betty White.
Something happened to her?
Actually, so tomorrow would have been her 100th.
Got it.
Birthday.
Eric, I'm not sure if you're aware, but John F. Kennedy was assainated. I just want to make sure.
How's Regis doing?
Hanging tough.
All right. After halftime, we have no change in the difference in score, but the scores keep going up. Threading the Space Needles at 365 and hashtag one of us hates our lives is at 375. Now on to the second half.
We'd like to take a minute to invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Benchwarmers TP. We also have a Facebook group for fans of the pod called The Bench. Join us there to comment on the latest episodes and share cool sports facts and trivia. If you'd be willing to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher, we'd greatly appreciate the support so that other people may find this podcast. Thanks.
Today's third quarter will be Missing Link.
Hey.
The Missing Link. This quarter will consist of 5 questions with theme-linked answers. The teams will attempt to answer the questions and guess the theme. Each question is worth 20 points. If a team checks in first via chat to the host with the correct theme before the 5th question, they will earn 100 points. The other team can still earn 50 points with the correct theme guess. If neither team has checked in with the correct theme before the 5th question, each team can earn 50 points with the correct answer to the theme after the 5th question.
Is that better?
It is.
Eric, you're fine with that?
Because the same thing happened last time I played David. I was up by like 4 points. And he's like, oh, all of a sudden it's lucky sevens. And then he's with Dan.
Purposefully did not do that. That was my fast break episode where there's only 2 halves. And, I got some dirty looks from Eric on that. Okay, so Missing Link question 1. What relief pitcher whose career spanned from 1995 to 2010 was the 1999 National League Rolaids Relief Man Award winner, and his 11.9 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched is the highest of any major league pitcher with at least 800 innings pitched?
We're checked in.
All right, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out.
So I'm 99% sure this is Billy Wagner. The timeline makes sense. He just struck out a bunch of guys. I remember it was always was always a little bit funny with him because he's not a tall guy. He's not one of these, back in my day, like all the relievers had these intimidating mustaches and whatever. And he was this like clean cut 5'10" guy, but he threw hard. I'm almost positive it's Billy Wagner. I'm almost positive.
Cool.
You
Yeah,
check
let's
that
go
in?
for it. Like I said, baseball is kind of a blind spot for me, especially right in that time area. So,
all right, we will check in with Billy Wagner.
Okay, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you guys have?
I had it narrowed down to Hoffman or Wagner. I know they both won that Rule Aids, whatever, in that time frame. Mason picked Wagner, so we went with Wagner.
Both teams will be getting points because the correct answer is Billy Wagner. A natural-born right-hander, Wagner learned to throw left-handed after fracturing his arm twice in his youth in Marion, Virginia. That's some bad luck, kid, to fracture your arm twice. It worked out for him in the end. But okay, question 2. Who is the last Major League Baseball pitcher to win 20 games in back-to-back seasons? He accomplished this feat in the 2004 and 2005 seasons.
I don't have much on this, so I'm inclined to go with literally any name that you pick.
Okay.
As long as it's a pitcher in those 2 seasons, you could name them and I'd be fine with it. So,
All right.
Because I wasn't following baseball then.
All right, we'll check it.
All right, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out briefly and let me know an answer soon.
So we were both thinking about pitchers of that era. It's always hard to place this stuff. Randy Johnson seems like he would be just before this and would be too obvious. The name that's jumping out to me for some reason is Roy Oswald. I feel like that's about when he was big. I know he won 20 games a couple times. I don't specifically remember that they were back to back. Ethan, do you have anything? I know you said baseball is sort of your darkest point. So,
I mean, I sent you, some of those names. Those are just names that pop into my head. But as far as narrowing it down, I can't get much past throwing names out there. So kind of deferring to you on this one.
I mean, Roy Oswald is. Oh, wrap it up. I'm sorry, I'm getting the wrap it up thing. Okay, we'll go with Roy Oswald
Cool.
if we have to take a guess. All right, Roy Oswald, check it in.
Okay, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What'd you guys come up with?
I know it was right in his prime years. 2005, they went to the World Series against the White Sox and lost, and I'm pretty sure that's one of his bigger years. So we said Roy Oswald as well.
Both teams are getting points. Correct answer is Roy Oswald. At Weir High School in Mississippi, Oswald played defensive back and wide receiver on the football team, which won a state title his senior year. He graduated in a class of 32 students. All right, your theme-linked answers thus far are Billy Wagner and Roy Oswald. Moving on to question 3. What Oakland Athletics pitcher was selected to the American League All-Star team in 2015? He was selected to his second All-Star team in 2019 as a member of the Cincinnati Reds.
Who?
Oh, never mind. I don't know. That snuck with you for that, but okay.
No,
Sure.
I don't know. That's
That's
the name that came to my mind.
Boy, I don't often hear a who out of Eric Eid.
I don't know. That name stuck out to me, but I mean, this whole round's been recent baseball, so that's not been. I'm pretty sure he's played for both of those. I don't know if he's made an all-star for them, but that's the first name that stuck out to me. But you don't recognize that name?
I don't.
That's not good.
You get 2015,
I thought so, but
not 1915.
no. That's a player that.
Okay,
It's a recent.
that's fine.
I don't feel confident in it. That's just the first name that connected all of those, but I don't know.
Makes more sense than my name, to be honest. Because mine was
Was he on?
Mine, I don't believe was. I was just somebody I know that played for both of those teams.
That's why I threw out that name, because that's the
And
guy
that's
that's
more
played
recent,
for
so.
both. It just kind of worries me that if you haven't heard that name,
But
what
that's-
concerns me a lot, because
But that's
you've
not.
heard
It
of
doesn't
every
mean
name that's
much
ever
in that.
existed.
Not in that time frame. There's a lot of those. Like that area, it's like Felix Hernandez and Chris Sale, and then I'm out. Go with it, dude. Don't. It came to your head for a reason, and don't force another name.
Okay. All right. We'll check in.
Okay, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle. You guys can talk it out.
Well, the one name that we both were pretty confident would have pitched for the A's and the Reds, and I think pitched for the Yankees in between, is Sonny Gray.
Yeah,
And
that's all I
and don't know.
have. When I think athletics 2015, Sonny Gray is the first thing that comes into mind. And I can place him on the Reds in 2019, but or right around then. But that's about all I have for that.
You want to check that in? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get anything else.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check in with Sonny Gray.
All right.
Okay, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you guys have?
For some reason, with those teams in that time frame, the first name that jumped in my head was Sonny Gray. I don't remember him playing for the Yankees, but it's very possible. I don't even know where he is now. Just for some reason, those two in that time frame just somehow hit. So we checked in with Sonny Gray as well.
Okay, both teams will be receiving points. The correct answer is Sonny Gray. Gray was replaced on the 2015 roster by Hector Santiago due to Gray starting the Sunday prior to the All-Star game. The theme-linked answers thus far are Billy Wagner, Roy Oswalt, and Sonny Gray. Moving on to question 4 in the missing link. What cornerback who played in the NFL from 1989 to 2002 was named to both the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos 50th anniversary teams?
We're going to check in.
Okay, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle. You guys can talk it out for the next 15 seconds or so.
All right, so we've got Crockett.
Yeah. So yeah, let's
it-
leave the discussion there. But we think
Yeah.
it might be Ray Crockett.
Mhm.
Because he's the only name that either one of us has pulled that matches any of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't have much else past that.
Do you want to just check that in and
Let's go ahead and check it in.
live to fight another day and start thinking about the theme?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. We'll check in with Crockett and be safe.
Okay, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you guys have?
Mason asked somebody on the Broncos from both those Super Bowl teams. Only cornerback I could think of outside of, or not even a cornerback, was like Steve Atwater, and then I remembered Crockett, and I'm pretty sure he was drafted by the Lions. So we went with Crockett.
Both teams will be getting points once again. The correct answer is Ray Crockett. Crockett, who goes by his middle name, has the given name of Donald. I guess I'd probably go with Ray as well. Let it simmer for a second here in case either team wants to try and come up with a theme guess before we get into question 5.
That ruined my guess of Major League Baseball players.
And specifically Major League Baseball pitchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that direct with my themes typically.
Give me half a second here.
I mean, at least the first two played on the same team at the same
Yeah,
they
it
were
was-
teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other two weren't on those same teams. I'm willing to bet.
No.
Sonny Gray was not on
Nope.
any, or Ray Crockett for that matter.
The theme linked answers thus far are Billy Wagner, Roy Oswalt, Sonny Gray, and Ray Crockett. Question 5 in the missing link. What is the nickname of the only player from the 2004 NBA expansion draft to be selected to an all-star team?
We will check in on the answer.
Okay. Threading the Space Needle has checked in, so hashtag one of us hates our lives. You guys can talk out question 5.
I mean, there's not much. I think we already have the answer on that. Pretty sure it's Gerald Wallace, and his nickname, I'm fairly certain, was Crash.
I honestly didn't even know he had a nickname. I've only heard him referred to as his actual name. So, sure. I have nothing. I
mean, I know he was selected in that draft, right?
Okay. Sure.
Was it? Unless you think Marcus Pfizer made the All-Star team, which I don't.
These are all names of vaccines. Then
there you go. Oh,
there you go. Pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the theme, we'll get more time to talk about it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, because
we're gonna check in with Crash.
Okay, and threading the Space Needle. What did you guys have?
We also checked in with Crash and are really, really stumped beyond that.
All right. Both teams will be getting points. The correct answer to question 5 is Crash. Gerald Wallace was selected to the 2010 All-Star team, and he earned the nickname Crash from his somewhat reckless style of play that led to his frequent injuries. The theme-linked answers are Billy Wagner, Roy Oswalt, Sonny Gray, Ray Crockett, and Crash. Now the teams may take a few minutes to think about a theme if they need to, or want to, or not.
Are these all famous bandicoots?
Yes, every single one of them.
I think we should go ahead and check that in.
I just did.
Perfect.
Okay. Threading the Space Needle is checked in with their themes. So one of us hates our lives. You guys can have another minute or two if you wanted to try and decipher the theme for this missing link.
They're a band with a Billy Ray, Sonny Ray, and Crash. Roy. Sorry. Billy, Roy, Sonny Ray, and Crash. That must be a group, a hip hop group.
Is there a band called Crash?
That would be really weird if that was the missing link, is that these are 4 members of Crash. And let's give you the band name just because you're not going to get it anyway. Crash is a movie?
It is.
Does that have something in it? Something? I don't know.
Why would he give us the movie?
Maybe there are 4 people that are in the movie Crash.
So, I mean, he said Oswald, and I immediately thought Pat and Oswald, maybe it's comedians, and then it went off from there, and then it was Wagner. I'm like, I don't know a comedian named Wagner, and then we had Billy, Ray, Sonny, Ray. I mean, everybody's been inbred. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Crockett was at the Alamo.
The Alamo. Do you want to go with that? We can go through.
I don't think because I mean, you would have had multiple people that we would recognize. Other than
characters, characters in AP Bio. I don't know.
Are these composers like Richard Wagner, and the famed composer Crash?
Rocket. What about? And then my other one was WWE when he said Crash. There's like Crash Holly. There's Sonny was somebody out in the WWE. Billy Ray Dudley. I don't know.
And I don't think it's a background question because I mean Crash. That doesn't.
There was a Crash Holly. There was the name of a.
Yeah. Josh, did you see the last thing I sent you? I don't just the very last thing.
Let's just go with WWE. Yeah. I'll call it a day.
Yeah, because I mean, if that's it, I wouldn't have got it anyway. So yeah sure.
Sure. Just WWE
somethings.
Okay, so threading the Space Needle. What was your guys' theme?
So we actually started out way out in left field and eventually reined it in, and we're pretty sure it's Kevin Costner, Josh's favorite, I should say, Kevin Costner's sports movie character names. So Ray is Ray Kinsella from Field of Dreams. Roy is, I think, his character in Tin Cup. Sonny is the name of the GM from the Cleveland Browns in Draft Day or whatever that was called. Crash is the one that totally tipped me off because that's, of course, Josh's favorite movie. That's Crash Davis from Field of Dreams. And Billy must have been For the Love of the Game. I'm pretty sure it was. So it's Kevin Costner's sports movie character names.
That's why we didn't get it, Mason.
One team will be getting points for the theme. It is shared names with Kevin Costner's sports movie characters.
I'm officially spent. I am totally spent.
So, David, you are correct that Billy Chappell was from For Love of the Game. Roy McAvoy from Tin Cup. Sonny Weaver Jr. from Draft Day. Ray Kinsella from Field of Dreams. And Crash Davis from Kevin Costner's only good sports movie, Bull Durham.
It's funny. I sent a message that are these movie characters played by the same person? We didn't have anything from that, so that was just spitballing. So I had no clue. And movie questions, I wasn't going to get the missing link from that.
You know what really threw me off was the fact that it was Billy, Roy, Ray, Sonny. They were all like just
generic
was
names,
this. Is this the Allman Brothers? I don't even know. Like, what is
That's
this?
why Crash, which is pretty distinct about if you were going to think of movie characters.
Oh, you said Crash. I immediately thought of Patsy Cline, and then I'm like,
I mentioned
threw me
the
off again.
Bandicoot. So that was the first thing that came to my head.
All right. Well, after the third quarter, we have a lead change. Hashtag one of us hates our lives is at 475, and threading the Space Needle is up to 515. That brings us to the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, known as Put Your Fours Up. This quarter consists of 4 categorized questions that teams will wager up to 100 points each, not to exceed their current point total.
The categories for today are as follows. Question 1, for love of the game, in reference to baseball. Question 2, tin cup, in reference to golf. Question 3, draft day, in reference to football. Question 4, field of dreams, in reference to baseball. It is now time for the teams to place their wagers. Now that the wagers are in, on to the questions. Question 1 in the fourth quarter. In the category of for love of the game, Kevin Costner cast what close friend and former Texas Longhorn baseball coach to play the role of the Yankee manager in For Love of the Game? In 2016, said coach retired as the winningest coach in college baseball history, but has since been surpassed by Mike Martin of Florida State.
We can check in.
Yep.
Hey, threading the Space Needle has checked in. So hashtag one of us hates our lives. You guys can talk it out.
Man, I'm just trying to think of what his last name is.
I feel like I can see the graphic.
I
That's why I say I gave you the first name. It's Augie, something with a G.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it because the last time LSU won a national championship was against Texas, and I remember them talking about this person.
Oh, I got WWE in the head, so I think G, and I start going through their names. All right, this isn't going to be good.
Gosh, what is his last name?
We just use the first name.
Yeah, can we just say Augie G? And
So it's Coach G is what they called him.
Yeah, they call him Coach G.
They might have, but
some of my students call me Mr. G. I think Coach G should be fine.
I think it's good. I got G and an O. That's all I got with the last. It's not second. It's like it starts in G and ends in O in the middle. It's rubbish. I got nothing.
I was gonna say the second letter is an A, and that's about all I got. So if we
It's like Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, we have someone on here that knows about Wheel of Fortune. So
That's true. That's true.
That's right.
G A. Oh, Garrido.
What? You cut out in the middle of it, so I don't know.
Garrido. It's Augie Garrido.
Yes. That's it. Yep. Glad we've had our vowels to piece it together. That's it. Yep.
Right. G-A ends in R.
Garrido. Yeah. G-A-R-R. I don't know. Yes, the vowel is D-O, something like that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. That's it.
So
we'll check.
Yeah, we're checking in with Coach G, Augie Garrido.
For how many points?
100.
100.
Okay, and threading the Space Needle. What did you guys have, and how much did you guys wager?
We wagered 100, and we're checking in with Garrido also. I couldn't quite come up with Augie, but now that they say it, I'm pretty sure that is right. Like Augie Doggy and Doggy Daddy, the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon. So
both teams will be receiving 100 points. The correct answer is Augie Garrido.
Wow.
Garrido finished his 48-year career with a record of 1,975 wins, 951 losses, and 9 ties.
I still can't picture where I'm seeing it. I see it on the screen, and it's
probably College World Series or
worked
something.
It well. You're like, it starts with a G, and then you got the ends in an O, and with the second letters in A. You guys squished your way to it. You got there.
Now I have nothing left.
No.
Scores have gone up, but the difference is the same. Moving on to question 2 in the category of Tin Cup. What golfer had a tin cup moment at the 2018 Masters when he put 5 balls in the water on the way to carding a 13 on the par 5 15th hole?
That's yes. Yep.
We can check in.
Yep.
All right, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. Threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out and let me know what your answer and wager is.
That was much better, Mason.
Yes, much better.
They needed a recovery question.
Holy
Yeah, David, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, you like
So,
that answer? I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm pretty sure he fell apart.
I totally
And to the
agree.
extent that I like golf, for some reason, I've always liked this guy, so I felt so bad for him. But I'm pretty sure it's Sergio Garcia.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah?
Go ahead
Do I
and
check that in?
with, Sergio Garcia.
We'll check in with Sergio Garcia for 61 points.
Okay, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you guys have and how much did you wager?
We said Sergio Garcia for 100 points.
Both teams will be getting their points. The correct answer is indeed Sergio Garcia. The 13 tied the highest score in a single hole in Masters history, which has been done 3 total times. Tom Weisskopf put 5 balls in the water on the par 3 12th in 1980, and Tommy Nakajima notched the same number on the par 5 13th in 1978. The game has gotten a whole lot closer.
Not really.
Threading the Space Needle is at 676, and hashtag one of us hates our lives is down by 1 with 675.
I wonder if they wagered 100 on the last 2 questions.
Yeah, let's find out together, boys and girls.
Question 3 in the category of draft day.
Name every draft pick from last year's draft. Go.
No! Gosh, I got 3.
In the past 30 years, the rights to draft number 1 overall in the NFL draft has been traded only 4 times. What player was the most recent non-quarterback to be selected after a team traded up into the number 1 slot?
David, I think we go ahead and check that in.
Really? Oh my God! Wait,
That
you're way
last one.
overconfident. But I got to noodle this over a little more. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. See if you could. I like the way Mason was thinking. See if you could name all 4. And if you could name all 4, I'll be convinced. Okay.
He was one, and
But that wouldn't be
no.
for the purpose of the question. No. Yes, I did.
I think those are the 4.
But no. The time frame.
Yeah.
Neither one of those is in the time frame.
No.
Read the question.
I don't read questions.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
well,
Come on.
Why don't you
come
read
on,
the
man.
first 5 words of the question?
Oh.
He doesn't read books. Only first 5.
It's only 5 words I'm asking. One of them's a number.
Mason, you know how to be a good teammate to Eric. You tell him to read the question and help
Wait,
him.
in the category of
Oh,
draft.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
After the colon, the first 5 words. One of them's a number. So really 4 words and a number.
Okay.
So neither one of those would be in that discussion then, because
Then maybe yours is right then. Not right complete, you know what I mean? But it did happen.
right. So are we
We'll check
gonna
in. Yeah, let's
go with the first one you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, so one of us hates our lives is checked in. So threading the Space Needle, you have about, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds to talk out whatever last thing you wanted to talk out.
All right, I'm gonna talk really
Cool.
fast
So-
here. So we were trying to name all 4, as Mason did during our original thinking time, and the obvious ones we think are Michael Vick and Eli Manning, and then
Mhm.
Ethan threw out I think was an offensive lineman. So I said, how about Orlando Pace? He was a first overall. I'm pretty sure he was traded.
Yeah.
And then we were just trying to remember. And then Ethan also just threw out Kijana Carter, and now it's just a question of whether Kijana Carter or Orlando Pace
So
was more recent. And I think the answer is Orlando Pace was more recent.
yeah, I think Carter was 94, 95, and Pace was in 97, 98, 99, somewhere around. Yeah.
Okay,
late
so if
90s.
you're sure
So,
that
yeah.
Pace is later, then it's got to be Orlando
Yep.
Pace, at least
Cool.
by our logic. Okay, we good to check that in since we're out of time?
Yep.
All right,
Let's go ahead and check in with Orlando Pace.
For how many points?
100 points.
Okay, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you have for an answer and a wager?
Yeah, I got to Orlando Pace. Mason said Keyshawn Johnson, but I know Pace was before that, and I don't remember Jets trading up for Keyshawn. But maybe they did.
It was a vague memory, but it might not even be the case for this. So
I'm not positive on that, but I know Pace was definitely traded up for. So we said Orlando Pace for 100 points.
Both teams will be getting points. The correct answer is Orlando Pace in 1997, selected by the St. Louis Rams. However, threading the Space Needle, you did not have the correct 4. You had 3 of the 4. One of them was not an acquired draft pick. It was an acquired player after a pick. The other 3 times were Jared Goff in 2016, Michael Vick in 2001, and Kajana Carter in 1995. Eli Manning was selected by the San Diego Padres with the number 1 overall pick.
You mean the Chargers, but yeah.
Or sorry.
Sorry.
San Diego Chargers.
It might have been. He was traded anyway.
And he was traded after the selection was made. So it was not an acquired draft slot. He was acquired after the selection. Question 4 in the category of Field of Dreams. Before Tim Anderson hit his walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th at the 2021 Field of Dreams game, both the Yankees and White Sox had 3 players hit home runs in the game. Name the 3 for either team. Just please make sure you read the question.
Yes, we're looking for 3 answers. So this is 2021 also. That's the year.
I suppose.
And pay attention to the beginning of the question, please.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I get you.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make sure everybody is paying attention to the question.
Well,
so not Tim Anderson is what you're saying.
So I can't just answer Tim Anderson 3 times and move on.
Crap.
Okay. I mean, I can start throwing names, but I mean, you're going to obviously have more insight on it.
We got.
Okay. Well, hey, if that's the 3 that you want to go with, sure. Go with me.
Yeah, we're going to check in.
Okay, hashtag one of us hates our lives is checked in. So threading the Space Needle, you guys can talk it out. Let me know your answers when you get to them and your wager.
Okay, so yeah, I've got Judge and Stanton. I'm pretty confident on both of those, but I just need a 3rd.
Well, that would be logical. I'm trying to remember. This was the kind of game I had on in the background. I don't think I was just. I think the 3rd one. Let's see, who else would it have been? I mean, I think the 3rd one might be Brett Gardner.
That would also make sense. I mean, I like those 3.
Do you want to just go? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to come off of it. Do you want to just go Gardner, Judge, Stanton?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get anywhere else with this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Gardner, Stanton, Judge.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. We'll check in. Judge, Stanton, Gardner, for 100 points.
Hey, and hashtag one of us hates our lives. What did you check in with and for how much?
We wagered 100 points, and it was Jose Abreu, Eloy Jimenez, and not sure if his first name, his last name's Zavala.
All right. Well, you are correct that the White Sox, outside of Tim Anderson, who hit home runs, were Jose Abreu, Eloy Jimenez, and Sebi Zavala. So you guys will receive your points. And the Yankees, who hit home runs, were Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, and Brett Gardner. So you also will be receiving your points. In total, 8 home runs were hit. Aaron Judge hit 2. The game has come to an end, and here are the final scores. Hashtag one of us hates our lives finishes with 875 points. And our clipboard captains of the game, who are receiving the prestigious Mason Rudolph Award with 876 points, is Threading the Space Needle. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Ethan, you want to talk?
Super quiet. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to let Ethan talk first.
No, I'm just like digesting that I'm gonna have to live with Mason Rudolph fighting for a starting job next year.
You could trade for Kirk Cousins if you want.
Dak Prescott's not making a lot of money. I'm sure he's available.
If you're looking for another person named Mason, I'll step in at quarterback if you need me.
No, that's a good game though. David, thanks for carrying me on the baseball questions. Yeah, and I'm still trying to think how in the hell we started with characters from October Sky as our missing link.
Seem viable.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything else you guys want to say?
He looks exhausted.
No, it's been a long day. And I'm looking forward to my long day tomorrow, digging out from whatever's probably happening right now outside that I can't see. But thank you, Ethan, for coming on. Nothing I could do. I got Mason. We don't know movies.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know movies. I just don't know Kevin Costner. I've seen like 3 Kevin Costner sports movies. So whatever.
I've seen 1. So
well, I think the 3 you've seen have those characters in them.
Yeah,
correct. Sonny, Ray, and Crash. I'm assuming you've seen Bull Durham.
I have not seen Bull Durham.
Really?
What have you seen? Tin Cup? Is that the other one, or For Love of?
I've seen the game. 2 of them. Then I saw Draft Day and I saw Field of Dreams. Or that.
Wow, I just assumed you had seen these other ones. You always talk about.
No, I do.
Oh, maybe you don't.
I don't talk about anything Kevin Costner other than Draft Day.
Draft Day is the only one.
It's Draft Day. All you talk about.
Yeah.
And that's why you call it your
That's
favorite.
the only one.
Kevin Costner baseball movie because it's only compared to the other one you've seen.
Yes. Okay, yes, exactly.
And with that, I'd like to say thanks for listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. And until next time, we'll keep the bench warm.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch! Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Into deep left center for Mitchell. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
That great music you're listening to is by Justin Nozick. Thanks to him for producing that music for us. You've been listening to the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast. Make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We are at Benchwarmers TP.
Oldest living celebrity. Ruthie Thompson's 110 years.
Who is that?
Apparently she was just I wouldn't even call her a celebrity, but she was a Disney animator. So her blood is on Snow White. Like she literally...
Wait, I just looked her up. She died in October. So your list is yes. Well, what do you expect?
List.
She was 111 when she died. So like,
good for her.
And Mason, you are kind of a somewhat last minute sub in. I didn't even give thought to the fact that I had a movie themed.
It's fine.
Missing link.
It's fine.
I'm
not sure at this point.
Scott might have been able to get there with you, Eric. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's up on the first names of those characters or I don't know.
Probably, but whatever.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna get there.
Yeah, as I said, I was useless except for Sonny Gray in that round. So
that was the correct answer that Eric wasn't gonna get to without you. He had never heard the name,
which again still surprising to me. But
hey, Eric's never seen Draft Day.
No. Oh, he loves Draft Day.
That's his favorite sports movie for Kevin Costner.
It's my favorite Kevin Costner baseball movie.
That's the case. That's the only Kevin Costner baseball movie I've seen.
I guess I'm just going to have to be the guy on the show that carries the torch for Field of Dreams because I actually really like that movie. So
okay,
it's not bad. Draft Day's better.
It's bad. It's boring. It is such a boring movie.
I'm not even interested in watching it.
Don't.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Don't.
Okay.
Unless you want to take a nap. If you want to take a nap, Field of Dreams.
I've seen movies that are way more boring.
Oh, sure. There are more boring movies
that people like.
Well, sure.
There are a lot of those.
But I don't know. I just feel like there was enough baseball in it to keep me interested.
No.
James Earl Jones? No?
Yeah.
A girl falls off the bench and chokes on a hot dog. Completely unrelated to the story.
James Earl Jones. as my father said, and he's not a sports fan at all. He said, he feels sorry for people that think Field of Dreams is a baseball movie.
It's not. It's not
Right.
a baseball movie.
Right.
I mean,
That's the
it's
point.
sort of like
That's the
there's
point.
baseball in it.
Oh,
It's baseball
just
adjacent.
like cutting edge.
I don't even think it's James Earl Jones' best baseball movie role. He's much better in The Sandlot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I knew which one he was referring to because I've
Yeah.
actually seen it. So
I thought he was going for Star Wars.